Welcome back, YouTube. Texan Carpenter here. My name is Fernando. In the last video we created the top clamp, which is this part here, and in this video we'll create the eye bolt, which is this threaded section here. If we have enough time, we'll add the wing nut as well. If you notice, this was my first design. This openings here wasn't center, but that has been fixed on my tutorial video. And so if you haven't done this, I want you to place the upper top clamp almost touching the pipe, just so we can use that for reference later on when we add in the bolt. So the first thing we need to do is create a new component. We'll call it eye bolt. Make sure it's activated, and we'll click OK. Now the first thing that we need to do is add a midplane. I should probably add that up here as well, since I use the cord a lot now. And if you don't know how to add things to your toolbar, just go on this arrow here and I will add it there. And if you want to get rid of it, you just drag and drop it. So let's add a midplane, and for that we need to position it between two faces, which I will use that one. And that one. And if you look at it from the front or from the right side view, you see that everything it's perfectly center. Okay, so now that we have a plane, we can add a torus. So we will click on torus and select the plane that we created. We'll go to center point and just drag out there. Now I've used some dimensions before, and for our inner diameter we are going to use 0.2, and for our torus diameter we're going to use 3.5. And let's look at it from the right view and see how it looks, and I think that's a better size than before. That was a bit too small. Okay, so everything is good there. Okay, so now that we have that, we need to do something else here. Obviously we need to do a cut here so it is the same size as the pin. So let's go ahead and do that. If you go to your modify and we'll select our combine modify. The target body is this and our tool body is this pin. Now we want to keep the tool, so make sure that this is selected. We don't want to get rid of this pin in this particular location. Operation will be cut, and we'll click OK. And now we have a nice clean hole there. Now we can let's go ahead and hide the saddle, And the pin, we don't need the pin anymore. Let's unhide the plane again. Now we can make this areas flat here to make it look a little bit nicer. So in order to do that, we need to add 2 offset planes. We'll select this plane here, and let's go to our right view so we can see everything. We want to be able to make a cut here. So we'll go we'll say 0.14 and click OK. We'll add another offset plane. We'll select the same middle plane here, but this time we'll go this way, minus 14, and we'll click OK. Now that we have all our planes that we're going to use to make the cuts, we can go ahead and say modify, split body, body to split is this portion, and we want to use the splitting tool, will be this face. We'll click OK, and we'll repeat the step for the other one. Splitting tool, this face. Now if you go to our bodies, you'll see that we have 2 extra bodies. If we deselect them, and let's also deselect this extra planes, see that we have a nice looking eye section of the bolt. Now that that's taken care of, let's switch to our front view. And we're going to do a sketch. We're going to create a center rectangle. We want to do this face right in the center, and let's do right about there. It doesn't have to be perfect. All we need is a rectangle here so we can create a face. We can stop the sketch, hit E for extrude. We want to do symmetric here, and we'll say about 1/4 of an inch. We'll do new body, and let's see how things are looking here. Yeah, I think that looks good. Say OK. Now we want to do an offset plane off of this base, off of this face, I'm sorry, and we can leave it at that same distance. We'll click OK. Let's go ahead and hide this body. Now we need to do the threaded section of the eye bolt. We need to create a cylinder. Let's go to our top view. We'll select this face, and because we have our plane that we constructed, we can select the center here, and we'll go all the way for now. This can be changed once we add the thread. Just orbit around. And pull this up. And I just want to go I'll say 2.5. Make it a nice, actually that, for the height we'll say 1.75, just to make it round. We want to make a joint, and then we'll click OK. Now we need to add a thread. So if we click here on your S shortcut key, and we'll come here and select thread. You click on this cylinder shape, then you can see everything. You can also see here how it's modeled. We don't want a full length. We probably want to come down to about there. It doesn't have to be perfect. We want a 1/4 of an inch there, and that looks perfect to me. Now let's add the saddle and the other pin. And let's activate the top view. And it looks pretty good. Okay, so with our washer import from a Mac master part, now we can go ahead and make a joint operation. And we go ahead and click on the center here. Let's switch to our right view, and then we can bring this down to right about, see, right about there. We'll click OK. And things are looking pretty good. Now with the same operation, we need to insert a wing nut. So let's search for a wing, and just gonna select this one. Probably go with this one, and let's go search for size. Product detail. And we'll go ahead and click save. Same as before, we just drag it out in space here. And you notice it's rotated, but that will be okay once we do our join operation. It should position in a better way. And there you have it. Now we can go ahead and flip and bring it down to our position here. And we'll probably want it about there. And for our demonstration purposes, I think I want to rotate it at about a 90 degree there, minus 90 degree. We'll click OK, and things are probably almost done here. It came out pretty good. You can play here if you want to make a better animation. You can play with the position of this washer and wing nut, but overall the modeling came out pretty good. I'm gonna hit a save here. Now we also need to make a hole down here, and let's go ahead and do that. That's pretty easy to do. We'll say hole, click this face, and then we can say how big you want it. We'll say 0.4, looks okay to me. Extends to all, and click OK. So I think things are coming on almost to an end here. We'll wrap it up in the next video by adding some finishing touches and maybe a little bit of color to bring some contrast to the metal parts. Thanks for watching.